obviously you guys weren't able to get the result in Kansas City. How much pressure does that put on you guys to now kind of win the next 3 games?
Yeah, I mean, we looked tired in Kansas City, to be honest with you. We looked a little bit legless, and it was a tough trip for us. And obviously Kansas City are playing for the same thing we're playing for, and they've got 4 remaining home games, I think 3 now. So they're in a pretty good spot. It was a big game, obviously, for both teams. But I don't think it changed what we have to do. In all honesty, we still have to. We figure we have to win. Get points out of 3 of the last 4 games. So we're still in the position where we have to get points out of the last 3 games, if things go our way. Obviously, there's so many other games, teams playing each other, that anything can happen. I mean, really, there's still 5 teams in it for that one spot. I think Kansas probably have clinched 3rd spot at this point, but there's a lot of teams for the other spots still wide open, and Chicago's playing everyone still. Seattle still has to play everybody, so just got to make sure our results, and hopefully this couple of days will get us good rest and be ready to go for the weekend.
Did you kind of tell the team to, forget? How did you get them to kind of forget about Kansas City, move on?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, as soon as the game finished, we looked very, very tired in the game. From 10 minutes into the game, we looked exhausted. Just said you got to forget about it and move on. We've had 3 great games before it where we got good results. Just remember the good results and get our legs up, and take 2 or 3 days off, and then get back to work. And knowing that we have to win the 3 games, and that will be enough to get us in. I think the 3 wins, so it's still in our hands as far as I'm concerned, and it's just a matter of getting ourselves rested and ready to go. And we just need to get everyone healthy. I mean, Jody not playing the other night hurt us obviously at last minute, because that would have given us. But to be honest with you, whether we had Jody, Steph, or anything, we just looked really heavy-legged, and I'm not sure it would have helped us too much, but who knows.
How is some of those injuries? How is Jody and Sinead and Steph and Alex?
Sinead's good. Sinead will be good to go. Emily's good to go too. She got banged up late in the game. We played 10 last 5 or 6 minutes, but she's good. Steph Catley's not looking great by any stretch of the imagination. Don't expect her to be back for the weekend. Alex is with the national team, obviously. We're hoping Alex will be okay for Sky Blue, at least some part in Sky Blue. Jody, we're hopefully to get ready for Sky Blue again, and it's a lot of good players I just mentioned, and we just need them in the lineup. It just gives us more depth too. I think that was one of the issues going to Kansas City. We almost had to play the same lineup. We didn't have a lot of options, and we're basically playing with 14 right now while we get over these injuries.
You expect Tobin and Alex both to be back in time, and especially in Tobin's case, available for the Sky Blue game?
Yeah, I mean, Tobin's tired, there's no question. I mean, she told me after the game, she goes, I'm exhausted, coach, and she's played every minute for us. She's going to open, she can get only a few minutes this weekend, only a few minutes Wednesday, so she's ready to go. But they're going to meet us in Jersey on Thursday, and we'll have to assess them then to see what kind of condition they're in. But Tobin's been great, and I know one thing, Tobin wants to go the playoffs, so I think she'll play next weekend just because of that. I mean, she's really into what she's doing right now, and she's been a huge plus for us, certainly with everybody coming back.
How do you feel about the fact that the national team decided to schedule this victory tour right in the middle of the playoff race? Yeah,
I mean, it's a strange occurrence, and luckily for us, we're not playing this weekend. But it's still very difficult. I mean, I feel bad for Chicago particularly. They're playing without four of their players this weekend, and that's not easy to do. And it's just, I don't quite understand the whole thing, but it is what it is, and I think the teams have just got on with it at this point, and I think we're all looking at each other to see who can get into the playoffs. I don't think we're really concerned with what the national team are doing or not doing. I know I'm not. I'm just worried about our 2 players and getting them back healthy and getting on with it. And the most important thing for us is the 18 that we have here, getting them healthy and getting them on the plane on Thursday morning.
And for the Kansas City game, we didn't really get to watch here in Portland because of the stream. How much of an issue is that for you, that the NWSL still hasn't, especially when you're gaining momentum, fans can't necessarily watch the games because this has been an issue that's been off and on?
I don't quite understand it, honestly, James. For me, the minimum requirement thing that I've been on about all season long, stadiums, the improvement in our stadiums, improvement in live stream, the improvement in the fan experience. It's okay winning a World Cup, but we need to put that into ticket sales and for all the clubs, and the only way to do that is improve facilities and improve live stream where people can actually go watch the game. I mean, my wife can watch the game. She goes, it's unbelievable. So it's just something has to be done. We have to improve that side of it because people do want to watch the game. People from all over the world are tuning in to watch the national team players play, from Australia, from Germany, from England, and all these, and they can't watch the game. I mean, it doesn't make the league look very good, does it? So I would love us to absolutely look at that and sort that situation out, and amongst a few other things, I think. And if we're all in it for the long haul, then these things need to be talked about, and they need to be discussed and improved. You know, I think we can all improve no matter what we're doing, and I think it would help the league and help the players get more notoriety and help them get in the public eye a little bit more.
You mentioned other things. Is the biggest concerns for you outside of streams kind of the facilities, the stadiums?
Yeah. I think practice facilities, not for us obviously, but for a lot of the teams, practice facilities for the players, ability for locker rooms, situations, you know, day before practice facilities when we go to places to play, and same for everybody else. They have the opportunity to come into our stadium and practice. We don't have that opportunity just about everywhere we go. So I think that's really important for the league to address. Yeah, I think it's just you want to give these players a really great experience, so you need everything to be able to make it a great experience for them. And I think we all need to work at it to make sure it is an experience, because if the cap is what it is, then it's all the other things, the ancillaries, that are really important to the players, you know, and I think we need to improve in that.
Thank you.